We are live. Hope this works for the first time. Gonna see where I can figure out the chat and figure out all this different stuff. There we go. All right. Fantastic. We are going to be live here for the first time. I'm going to talk about some new content. I'm going to talk about some motorsports going on last week and this week. So, if you're watching this on a replay, which you might be, gonna wait for some people to hop in here. So, let's just wait a second and see who hops in. Waiting for all this to get going. Currently streaming. Waiting for Instagram's unable to connect. That's unfortunate. Not really sure why. It's so odd. Gonna wait a second so we can get this show on the road and figure out why Instagram is not connecting. Because we got TikTok live, we got what the heck's going on with Instagram? What is going on with Instagram? Okay, we got two people. What's going on, folks? Currently trying to get my Instagram live stream to work. Currently using Restream. If y'all ever used it, it's a fun tool. So if you can hear me, let me know in the chat. I'll be able to see that. So let me see if I can get... That's so weird. Yep, it's not even showing that I'm live on the good old Graham. We got 4 people live. If you can hear me, let me know. I'm using Restream for the first time, so it's kind of a trial run too with my content announcement plus talking about motorsports. But I guess while we're waiting here, what are y'all's thoughts on this whole SB conversation? Max Verstappen getting the vote for the best driver over the last 12 calendar months, or 12-month year, basically from July to July. I think it's a little interesting there. But Instagram is just not loading for me. That's a pain. That's a little bit of a pain. So got to figure out why that is. Unable to connect. That's unfortunate. I see one watching on Kick and one watching on YouTube. Appreciate everybody for watching at the moment. Trying to get this working. I do not know why it is not working. So... why is it unable to connect? So odd. Yeah, that could be crazy if he does go to Mercedes. That'd be kind of wild. What's going on? What's going on, folks? All right. So it looks like we got some people in here now. Don't know what's going on with IG, though. Still says it's sending data. We're just gonna keep on rocking and rolling. So if you're watching this on replay, ciao. If you're not watching this on replay and watching this live, what's going on? I'm going to talk about my content that's coming up here starting next week. And this is going to be, I'm going to subscribe, keep trying to make a big one. I'm going to appreciate you, boss. Appreciate you. All right. So first, we're going to talk about 4 different types of content I'm going to be starting next week. It's going to start with specifically some recaps. Going to have a skit, going to have some live streams, and going to have another episode. So starting off with number 1, we're going to have, is this not going to show the right way? Of course it's not. So I'm just going to talk about it. So first is going to be race weekend recaps. That's going to go out every single Monday, and it's going to cover everything in the motorsport world from NASCAR, Formula One, IndyCar, and things going on, basically recapping everything for you on a Monday. And I wish I could see this, but I really can't. I may have to pull up another browser. That is going to be going out at 5 p.m. Central Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Mondays. That's going to be the Monday show. So it's going to be called Race Weekend Recaps. Next is going to be another show. I'm actually going to save my favorite show for last. But on Thursdays, it's going to be Thursday live streams. What's going on, Colton? It's going to be Thursday live streams. I'm going to be showcasing a bunch of different things on the live. It might be some pre-recorded videos of going through different things with the motorsports, or it may just be a live where we're sitting here chatting just like this. Either way, that is going to be going out on Thursdays. That live stream is going to start at 4 p.m. Let me double check my time frame here. 4 p.m. Central Time or 5 p.m. Eastern Time. On Thursdays. 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays. It's going to be a chill motorsport yap session. What's today, Lindsay? How's it going? You finally got into one of my lives. Thank you. What's up, Colton? But yeah, it's going to be hot takes. Going to basically make it whatever we want to talk about. And so the third show is going to be Track Record. It's going to be going out on Fridays. This is going to be my betting show covering my best picks of the week, whether it's IndyCar, Formula One, Xfinity Series, trucks, Cup, doesn't matter. Whatever we can bet on, I'll be going through all my analysis there in a pre-recorded episode that will be going live on at 3 p.m. Eastern time on Friday. So right now, just to be a little bit, Thank you, Lindsay, for sending that in our group chat, in our friends group chat. So starting off, just to kind of recap, race weekend recaps going out on Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Then Thursday live streams, it'll be 5 p.m. Eastern time, just talking about whatever we want to talk about. Track Record is on Fridays. Yep, so Thursday live streams at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Track Record on Fridays at 4 p.m. Excuse me, I get these times mixed up. I'm losing my mind over here. 3 p.m. Eastern time, so 2 p.m. Central there. And I'll be releasing all of these notes after the show. But one of my favorite pieces of content I'm going to release. It's going to be every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be called Motorsports Anonymous. And what this is going to be is basically imagine like SEC Shorts meets motorsports. It's going to be a comedic skit of every series going on. Basically, it's going to be Formula One, IndyCar, NASCAR. I might throw in some other series that are going on. But it'll be essentially a motorsport counseling group called Motorsport Anonymous, completely skit-based. And I'll be walking through basically just things going on in the series and being the personalities of Formula One and IndyCar and NASCAR. And John will be the counselor, essentially going through all these different motorsports. It's going to be hilarious. If you haven't seen SEC Shorts, go check it out. Just look it up on YouTube. You'll be able to find an episode there. Imagine that, but in motorsports. And so just to recap, I'm going to look at my notes to make sure I don't mess anything up here. Race weekend recaps. Those are going out on Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern, followed by Motorsports Anonymous episodes. Those skits are going to be going on at 6 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesdays. Thursdays, it'll be live streams at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then on Fridays, it'll be 3 p.m. Eastern time for Track Records. Lynn said, you should do a live post-race rather than Formula One to give your thoughts. I've thought about doing a live post-race. A lot of the times, it is just, I'm already filming so much content already. And Chad goes, I'm getting a pedicure for the first time right now. How cute are you, Chad, for doing that? How sweet is that? How sweet is that? Hey, don't sleep on pedicures, bro. That they're not too bad. They ain't too bad. Anyways, 4 new shows coming out, and that's my schedule. That's the release. That's what's happening. So do a flip. What's going on, Siege? Yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm really excited about the Motorsports Anonymous show. That one I'm going to have a blast with. And so, yeah, Lindsay, I don't know what we're going to do with Chad over here. I don't know what we're going to do with Chad. So appreciate everybody for tuning in on YouTube, watching live. Now we're going to get to the portion of just talking about motorsports. And so if you missed the recap of what I'm going to be creating starting next week, and all these shows will start next week, I'll go through that towards the end. This should be a live stream for about another 15 to 20 minutes, depending on what we all want to talk about. But I think first, let's talk about this upcoming weekend. I mean, we have Toronto with IndyCar. We have Dover with NASCAR. Siege. Okay. See, I don't know this. So we got the whole clan in here. We got the whole get pedicures with him. I think we just need to chat our next flag to flag episode. We just need to get pedicures, just in a freaking salon. A nail salon, just get pedicures, and that'll be the show. Lindsay can film, or we can get somebody to film us, have multiple angles there, get Jesse, get everybody involved, and shoot an episode there. That'll be crazy. And now they're having sub conversations. Either way, though, looking at specifically this weekend, we got Dover, we have Toronto, and looking at these races, I'm not going to release my picks are coming out tomorrow and Saturday. But I'm curious, who are y'all's picks? Who's y'all's picks? And I'm kind of aiming this towards Lindsay and Chad and Siege, or AKA Jesse as we know him. Also, I don't know why my Instagram's not working. It kind of sucks. It really sucks, because I was really excited to go live. I may just go live on Instagram a little bit later to talk about it. So, Chad, while you're getting a pedicure, who are your picks? Lindsay, Jesse, give me your picks for this weekend. Let's go NASCAR Cup Series. NASCAR Cup Series at Dover. I'm low-key looking forward to MotoGP this week for one reason. Okay. What's going on this weekend in MotoGP? That's one series that I have not dove too much into yet. I just haven't found the time to cover it, but it's freaking epic. I watched a little bit of, I think it was the Germany GP, and it was wild. What these guys can do in on bikes is just insane. The level of danger. Byron always okay. We'll have to say Byron might be in my slate of picks. Absolutely. Kyle Larson. That I think yes. Kyle Larson, because I'm wearing a 5 hat now. Kyle Larson has a great shot for sure. Wild card Bowman. Bowman. Okay. Okay. He does have a great average finish there. I think that could be a pretty strong pick for this week. Let's look really quick. I'm going to pull up some stats and kind of give you some stats about these drivers here at Dover. So first, starting off with Byron. I actually already know these. He had a terrible finish in the last 3 races at Dover, where he finished 33rd. The 59 is my pick. Thank you, Ty. That's for tonight. I appreciate you, boss. I appreciate you, boss. George Martin in the back end, the reigning champ, if you don't know. Oh, okay. I may have to tune in then. I am very new to two-wheel motorsports. I'm very familiar with four-wheel motorsports, but two-wheel I'm not. Thank you, Ty. Appreciate you. Let's see. So looking at Byron over the last 3 races, he has 1 top 5, 1 top 10, 1 top 20, 229 laps led, best finish of 4th, the worst finish of 33rd. And so that was when he had that pit road issue there. Plot twist, Josh Berry. Sorry. I don't think Josh is going to be as fast as even some of the other guys that I haven't even mentioned this week, like a Chastain or Elliott. But looking at Alex Bowman, average finish of 6.5. I mean, in the last 2 races, he has 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, worst finish of 8th. So Alex Bowman is a solid pick. Kyle Larson, I think, is also a solid one as well. He has 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, best finish of 2nd, worst finish to 32nd. He's similar to Byron in that aspect, where he's had 1 bad race that just completely it just completely goes haywire with his stats. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they're able to do there. Now the real question is, we've seen what Denny Hamlin can do when he gets a new sponsor. When he got Progressive, he won like right out the gate. Can he do that same thing with Bob's Discount Furniture? If you haven't already seen, his Bob's Discount Furniture car is a very bright looking automobile. Yeah, take a look at this, guys. This thing is a pretty bright car. Got Bob on the front there. I mean, you can't count out Denny Hamlin. You can't count out Denny Hamlin. And so I think you got to look at Denny. He's actually going to be on my slate of picks. I'm not going to tell you who I think or where he's going to finish. I'm surprised y'all haven't mentioned my best pick of the week. It's kind of surprising. Either way, kind of interesting there. I think Ty Gibbs could have a good run, bouncing back, off of some great finishes on road courses. I think he could be up there as well. But Danny, I'm curious, do you know what time the MotoGP race is this weekend? I haven't looked at the schedule. My friend Adam with A2IO Media created the schedule. I know he has it on there. I just haven't looked at it. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I like the color scheme too. It's a good scheme. It really is. I mean, it's definitely different. It's very, very bright, And look, good old Bob. Good old Bob on the front. Gotta love it. Gotta love Bob. But yeah, it's pretty good. But then kind of switching over to Xfinity, we got the Xfinity series at Dover as well. We got Ross Chastain. He's going to be a part of the crew that's racing there. Same thing with Ryan Truex is going to be in the field. You're going to have Rajah Caruth making his first start of his Xfinity series, of the Xfinity series season in 2025. A tie is always a good choice. Yes, I would agree. I think a tie could win tonight. I think Ty has a great shot. If you don't already, Lindsay, Chad, and Jesse. Ty is my teammate, obviously. If y'all have watched the live stream on Thursday night on the IWM Broadcast Network with the INRS series. So Carson is always my pick as well. Carson Hocevar? Okay. I mean, yeah, I think he could be fast. I think he might. For some reason, I'm starting to kind of fade him a little bit. Practice and qual, not so much, but in the race, I think that it's gonna be close. But I will have to say though, I think a Carson in the Xfinity series is going to do very, very well this weekend at Dover. So there's that. And then we have IndyCar at Toronto. IndyCar Toronto. You can't count out Alex Palou. You can't count out anybody else really from the Street Course Kings. Looking at Dixon, looking at even Kyle Kirkwood, look at Colton Herta, look at some of those drivers. So it's going to be an interesting one there in Toronto as well. Both of those races going on this weekend. Pretty good weekend of racing. And then the following weekend, a weekend from today, or a weekend from this weekend, we have Formula One, IndyCar, and NASCAR all be back to back to back. So he's a silent but deadly driver. I don't think he's silent there. According to my Hulu, it's at 6 a.m. for the sprint, and then the GP is at 4:30 a.m. Okay, so that'd be okay. Okay, so not too bad. I'll be awake. I'll be awake there. Number 5, Indy. Yeah, 100%. Kyle Larson, absolutely. Hopefully, a Carson will do good in my house. That's one of my son's names. There you go. There you go, Ty. I didn't actually know that. Interesting. But Lindsay, I don't know if he's too silent there, though. He's definitely deadly. I don't know if he's silent. But I don't know what my Instagram's working, not working. This kind of sucks. Watch party for which race? For MotoGP on Sunday morning at like 6:30? What are you talking? We got to figure out what you're talking about because that's early. And you mean a physical watch party or me going live watch party? Because those are two very different things. I got to prepare very differently. Also, I got to say, I'm repping all of the cereal brands. You got Corn Flakes. You got Cinnamon Toast Crunch here. I'm basically just a freaking human cereal box at this point. Just walking around. They released freaking sweatshirts for the Cinedust stuff and banners and all this different stuff. All of them on Sunday next weekend. I mean, that's a long day. I'd have to check specifically when the races are because I know F1 will be at Spa, and I don't remember what time that will be. Let me check the schedule. So round 13 will be next weekend. The race will be at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then IndyCar, I believe they will be going, if I'm not mistaken, while I try to pull up the schedule, I believe they're going to be going to good old Laguna Seca. Yeah, they are. Laguna Seca, and that race will start at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Watch party for the INRS race at Dover. Yes, everybody in here, watch party, INRS race at Dover. Just go to the IWM Broadcast Network and watch it live tonight. Watch Ty and I finish 1-2. My MotoGP hot take is going to make Ferrari fans mad. Oh, gee, because so again, I have no affiliation towards anything MotoGP related. So say it, and I'm curious, and maybe I'll clip it and see what actual Ferrari MotoGP fans think. So who knows? And then obviously we got to talk about NASCAR for next week. And NASCAR, we will be in Indy. I'm imagining that's probably going to be like a 1 o'clock start time. I don't know off the top of my head. Let's see. Let's look at the schedule. Let's look at the schedule. Indianapolis at 1 p.m. Central Time. So we got 8 a.m., 1 p.m., and 2 p.m. Formula One IndyCar or Formula One NASCAR than IndyCar for next weekend. So that'll be an interesting one. So while that's going on, I will have to say, just to make sure if you've missed this, I will have to go through I'm going to go through my new content schedule starting next week. All long form, by the way. So race weekend recaps. It'll be recapping all the highlights of the weekend. This will be more than likely pre-recorded. I may try to do a live stream, but these will go out Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. All these times are Eastern, so you got to convert that. The Motorsports Anonymous, my comedic skit of every series, going to a counseling group called Motorsports Anonymous, basically SEC shorts. But Motorsports, that's Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Thursday's live streams, talking everything motorsports, doesn't matter what it is. Could be me even racing on iRacing. Don't even know what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be a live stream, just a chill session there. Central time. Thanks. And then that'll be Thursdays I have it here at 5 p.m. Central time. I'm probably going to move that to 5 p.m. Eastern time. So live streams 5 p.m. Eastern time on Thursdays, and then track record that'll go out at 3 p.m. on Fridays. That is the betting show, 3 p.m. Eastern time. That is track record. Let's see. So Danny, you said Mark Marquez's season is what we all thought Lewis at Ferrari was going to be this year, based on pure expectations for Lewis. I did see on TikTok and liked it so much. Possibly. I don't know what season he's having. I mean, possibly there. Max To Mercedes, you might have to hear me out on the hot take. Yeah, I have to do more research because again, I have no idea about MotoGP. No idea. Eastern time. Eastern time is also easier. I feel like, I mean, it's obviously easier to be in Central for just because I'm in Central, but saying Eastern, it's easier to do the math backwards. Instead of, oh, everything's in Central time. And then people are like, okay, what about Eastern? And then all this different stuff. So it's easier to say it's in Eastern time and to just make people do the math going the other way, the other direction. Max to Mercedes, says Jesse. I mean, I feel like it possibly could happen. It's definitely a take that's been around this season, especially after what happened with Christian Horner taking a little vacay. But I think that it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen on that one. The question is who's going? Who is it going to be? There's also apparently some rumors about Kimi Antonelli being lended to other teams. I don't know how accurate that is. Just realized you're wearing the shirt. I am wearing the shirt. This shirt is goated. This is my favorite shirt. It might be my live stream shirt, but this thing is amazing. I'm going to get the diecast too. I've decided I need to get the diecast. But yeah, so that's what's going on. That is everything going on here with me. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of chat it up for the next 7 or so minutes. Max, the Trackhouse, Ty. I think everybody would love to see Max Verstappen in a damn cup car. I mean, imagine this. Max Verstappen versus SVG on a road course. Throw Connor Zilic into there. You're talking about just a masterpiece. Christian leaving Red Bull just as us rethink every rumor we've ever. It does. Like literally, I agree with you, Danny. I don't even know the magnitude of Christian Horner leaving Red Bull as abrupt as it happened. Literally means anything can happen. We already obviously saw, Lewis leaving Mercedes, and we've seen big names leave, prestigious organizations look at Tom Brady leaving the Pats. I mean, we've seen this in other sports. But Christian leaving Red Bull, I mean, I agree. It has us rethinking every rumor we've ever heard. 100%. 100%. I'm right there with you. So it's gonna be wild though, coming up in Spa, seeing what Red Bull can do, because that second car is just dog poop. It's not good. What is Max going to be able to do? Is he going to even care anymore? What does that exit clause look like for his team? I mean, there's just so many things that could happen. I've even heard Leclerc going to Red Bull, and I don't even know what to believe anymore. I mean, there's just so many rumors. We all wanted him to leave. Maybe we all knew it wasn't going to happen. I mean, it's just crazy that it happened as abruptly as it did, I mean, we know teams, especially Red Bull, to be pretty cutthroat when it comes to cutting drivers. I mean, look at what happened with Lawson. Look what happened. I mean, we've seen this within Red Bull's history. But I mean, the Horner situation, we knew it was job, responsibility related. Could it be related to other things going on in the organization? Could it be related to the Max? Could it be, if one goes, the other one stays, vice versa? So, I mean, it is a crazy world in F1 right now. Crazy world. I mean, the rumor mill is just bonkers, just absolutely bonkers. I've heard George going to a Williams and Carlos going to a Red Bull, and then where is Max going? And it's just like, it's just a mess. It is just a freaking mess. I'm not believing it until I see F1 post about it, or ESPN or somebody post about it, or somebody close to any of the main reporters there. So. But man, I'm still trying to figure out why this Instagram is not working on Restream, and it's just not freaking working. I hate it. Not sure why. But yeah, let's see. I want to see what happens. Let's see if I can put up a comment and see what happens here. Fantastic. Yeah. Okay, cool. Look at that. So I need to see if I can adjust this. Can I replace it? I don't want to replace lies. Yeah, WEC has also been wild, because I might be wrong, because I just read this today. Is it true that Jenson Button is going to be officially retiring from all kind of racing, like even one-offs? Because I heard that's what he's doing. Like, he's just throwing in the towel. Okay, he's leaving WEC after 2025. Okay, so it is full-time racing. Okay, because I was, I know he is doing so well. I mean, Well, I guess he won this past weekend, but Jensen is one of the most historic drivers. You're so fancy now with your popping comments and triple. I am. If you haven't seen the triple monitor video, this is a great. Thank you, Ty. This is a great time to talk about my triple monitor video. I just released a video this morning, 8 a.m., bright and early for all the early birds out there, talking about installing my new triple monitors that I just got 2 days ago. And it was a crazy process, but I got it up right now. Ty's already given me crap for not having them lined up precisely, so I got to fix that before the race tonight. But yes, I'm pretty fancy with my popping up comments and all those different things. I've heard full time, but isn't ruling out one offs. I would love to see Jensen back behind the wheel if they would ever do this again. I would love to see him back behind the wheel of the Garage 56 entry for NASCAR in Le Mans. That'd be amazing. I don't know. I mean, it's just Jensen's such a cool shameless plug. You're welcome. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate you. Also, I appreciate you watching all the way to the end too on that video. Love you, Ty. You're the better teammate as of today. Now, if you wreck me tonight, then I'm gonna move John to that spot. So you gotta looking like Michael. Looking like Michael Strahan with that gap. I was like, wait a second. I was like, what the heck are you talking about? You're talking about the monitors. Yes. Yeah, it's kind of rough. I got to basically move one monitor. I got to move that right monitor. I'm looking at it right now. Got to move that one monitor to the left just a little bit to off center that. But I even heard Seb and WEC next year, which could happen. Now that would be, that'd be epic. That'd be epic. I'd love that. That's a great rumor. I mean, that'd be amazing. I couldn't wait to see that. That'd be amazing. So either way, it is 4:28. Last time I'm going to go through this, I'm going to wrap it up. But really quick, full schedule. Mondays, race weekend recaps. That's going at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Motorsports Anonymous, 6 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesdays. Thursday, live streams. That will be going out at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then track record on, so Thursday live streams on Thursdays at, I got to make this edit now because I'm not going to remember, 4 p.m. Central Time or 5 p.m. Eastern. And then track record Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. 3 former F1 Sebs and WC would go hard. 100%. Absolutely. It just shows you the class and shows you that these drivers want to keep on racing. And the WEC is, I think, it's kind of a hot take. I think sports car racing and hypercar racing and WEC and IMSA are some of the best racing that you can find in the world, just due to the wheel action, the multi-class action, the driver lineups, the multiple different nations that are represented across the globe. I mean, it's an underrated series. So either way, Ty, Chad, Jesse, Lindsay, Danny, everybody else who's been in part of the live stream, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you watching up to this point. And I'm going to get my Instagram fixed. I got to figure it out. I got to figure out what the heck's going on. And yeah, they were all a part of Red Bull, Danny, 100%. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure to tune in to all my other content that's going out there. And make sure to tune in tonight. If you want to catch some racing action, catch me and Ty race in the NASCAR Racing Series starting at 9 p.m. Eastern time on the IWM Broadcast Network on YouTube. We'll be racing there. He'll be in the 22 car. I'll be in the 59. But as always, I got to say ciao to all my friends.